The creepy billionaires rappers sell their souls to. Michael Rubin. I don't know how to pronounce the name here, but I'll leave the link to the video in the description so you guys can check out more. Uh, like I said before, what 50 Cent talked about, you go to these parties, these all white parties, you know, everybody dressed up in all white. You just see people like that you wouldn't even think would be in the same room together. And you got these dudes who's supposed to be like these tough rappers. They're getting hugged from the front and the back at the same time. That's what 50 said. But we gonna check this out. They call it, a lot of people call him the White Diddy. We ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
I don't know Michael Rubin, but a lot of times the nerdy whites, they want to partner up with the kids at the cool table. Snoop told a story one time where he said the dudes from Uber was with Suge, and they begged Suge to come introduce them to Snoop. These dudes be going to Seed Capital. I just want to be around Kevin Durant. I want to be around Nas. I want to be around all of these cool people that I grew up on. I was the nerdy dude. Now I got enough money to mesh with them.
Everyone knows that money rules the world, and the rap game is no exception to that rule. But the puppet master behind many iconic artists is a truly sinister and creepy man. Michael Rubin is an industry tycoon, and his name really started circulating along with this embarrassing clip of gangster rapper Meek Mill, as some of you may recall, where bro was literally bunny hopping like an absolute psychopath on camera.
Why are you doing bunny hops, Meek? Because you got your ass beat in tennis. You got your ass beat. Keep going. Count out loud. Count out loud.
And it's slowly coming to light that he is your favorite rapper's favorite billionaire, orchestrating a large network of young black talents across hip-hop and even sports. Even the likes of 50 Cent have been seen clowning rappers close to Michael Rubin. From the outside looking in, it seems like a pretty good idea to associate yourself with a billionaire, as there are countless benefits being tied to such wealth. But the quote-unquote benefits that Michael Rubin comes with tend to be questionable at best.
Don't be making fun of me when I'm drunk. You're gonna get another drunken hug tonight. I don't care what anyone says. You're getting a drunken hug. You too. You too. Drunken hugs are coming tonight.
It's your boy Luesta, and today we're gonna unpack the unsettling hold that Michael Rubin has on hip-hop culture. But before we get ahead of ourselves, we gotta understand his origins in the world of hip-hop and the power that he holds outside of the game that you'll see extends farther than anyone really knows. With 11 big Bs to his name, it's hard to imagine Michael Rubin ever starting off with humble beginnings, but that's exactly how the story goes. Like many kids, he started shoveling snow when he was only 8 years old, and by the time he was 12, he had a ski repair shop that eventually raked in $125K a year. His keen eye for business carried into adulthood, and perhaps his most important money move came in an early investment with Fanatics, the top sports merchandise company in the entire world. This wasn't a one-off expense though. Rubin loved sports, and he eventually was inspired to purchase the Philadelphia 76ers and became its most popular owner, despite sharing the team with several others. And it was courtside at a Philly game where he met the gangster rapper Meek Mill, fresh off the scene after coming up with moving and raw bars like these.
Some summer nights can even turn cold. In the streets of Philly where niggas don't even get to turn old. My heart pumping to it turn gold.
The two men were from completely different worlds, but they would end up having far more in common than one would expect. And they would begin to bond over sports, business, and more. As conversation continued, no one would expect the can of worms that was about to burst open from this single interaction. And it would change the course of modern rap entirely.
So my daughter was just talking to Nikki, and Meek's like, you know, in his way, he's like, who are you? I'm like, you know, the Sixers guy. No. And then within a second, what I loved about Meek from the moment I met him, he just started peppering me with business questions. Like, hey, if I want to do this, how would you do that? And if I want to just do this in sports, and if I want to put this deal together. And in a lot of ways.
So like you hear that, right? And you're like, okay, you know, he's trying to expand his horizons. He want to try new you know, get into some business movements. Like on the surface, all that looks good. But I already know this video is going to make that turn. And when it does, like I said, it gets real deep, man. It does.
He was a similar version of me from a completely different environment.
They continued to meet a few times as a friendship was truly beginning to form, and in their talks, Rubin would eventually learn about Meek Mill's ongoing legal struggle.
One night, maybe we'd hung out at the games maybe 10 times, and we were at halftime. And I'll remember this for the rest of my life. I said, hey, I'm going with some friends to the Borgata afterwards. You want to come? He said, I'm not allowed. I'm like, do you need permission from your mom? That's literally what I said to him. I said, you need permission from your mom? I was joking. I was being a wise ass. Yeah. He's like, no, I'm on probation. I'm like, how's this probation thing work? He's like, I'm not allowed to leave. You can't go across the bridge. 10 minutes. He's like, I'm not allowed. I'll get arrested. I'm like, but what'd you do again?
You see, Meek Mill was under serious pressure from a 2007 incident involving a case where he was locked up for illegal firearm and possession. He got 2 years behind bars plus 5 years probation, and when his probation period was supposed to expire, a hard-ass judge continued to hold him on a legal leash. And things would not change for him as he grew older, even though his rap career was flourishing. In 2017, Meek picked up more probation charges for popping Willie and getting mixed up in an airport brawl, violating his current restrictions. And when Michael heard about his new friend's struggle and realized it was a problem on the judge's end, he decided to step.
2020, and he's telling me a story about, he was in jail a couple years earlier, he never rapped, and now he's got this great, kind of music career. You just want to root for the guy.
Rubin's new influence pulled in big names. Lil Baby.
See, look, just stop it right there, because, a lot of these dudes, they come from the hood and they get caught up in the violence, but at the same time, you always got a choice. I come from the hood, born and raised in South Central LA, used to live in Compton for a while. And you're surrounded by violence. You are. Again, you always got a choice. It's easy to dwell in that stuff. It's very, 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 very easy. Because it's right there. But you always got a choice. So, I kind of don't like how they're talking it's almost like these dudes didn't do nothing to get put in the situations they were in. It'd be different if they didn't do that thing and people were trying to put fake stuff on their name. It'd be different.
Travis Scott and Quavo, to name a few. Successful people hang out. It made sense at the time, especially given Michael's recent investment into Meek Mill. But a noticeable pattern began to emerge in these relationships that made people question his intentions.
Why are you doing bunny hops, Meek? Because you got your ass beat in tennis. You got your ass beat. Keep going. Count out loud. Count out loud. Keep going. Keep going. Don't cheat on your bunny hops. They suck. Your bunny hops suck. You got 250 more to go.
Super weird dynamic, and the internet exploded when they saw what was going on. Bro, this is some house slave type shit. I'm gonna hop for you, massa. When he lost, he went straight to hopping too. Man, the rap game is nothing but a modern day plantation. I discussed the situation in much more detail in my video about how Meek Mill destroyed his career. But one takeaway from that video is that this was all weird behavior for a man like Meek Mill. A respected street artist who really portrays the image of a gangster. It just felt really weird for him to do something like this. And due to all the negative publicity he was receiving, Meek Mill tried to explain that this was a game played in prison. But of course, that only got him flamed even more.
Someone tweeted at him, how much did they pay you to do this?
When we see Kanye, one of the most high self-esteemed humans to ever walk Earth at this point, get talked down and demeaned on a post.
So this is what really happens with Peter, AV, Kanye, what we do on our way to a Vogue event, ribs and french fries.
So what does Rubin have to say about all this? Well, he will tell you that these are all mutually beneficial relationships, and the business mogul knows he can get to these successful artists for tips and ideas as well.
You were asking about Baby before, and does he come to me for advice? He comes to me for business advice all the time, but I go to him for advice on stuff too. I'll ask him hey, is this a good idea or a bad idea?
While this could be true, the real benefit for Rubin, besides whatever freaky stuff is going on behind closed doors, is the marketing leverage that hip-hop superstars give him and his companies. And rather than being a pushover guy paying these rappers to be around and do his bidding, it really seems like Rubin is the guy calling the shots. Even in this incident with Meek Mill on a private jet.
Mike, get up off me, dog. You heard me, Mike? Get up off me, man. Look, this man on my legs, y'all. Get this man.
Don't be making fun of me when I'm drunk. You're gonna get another drunken hug tonight. I don't care what anyone says. You're getting a drunken hug. You too. You too. Drunken hugs are coming tonight.
This isn't all speculation either, as we've seen him utilize a culture shifter like Lil Baby to promote his Fanatics gear on the track Merch Madness, a campaign where tons of merchandise was given out to fans. These rappers were playing chess, but Michael Rubin had them in checkmate from the beginning, pulling rappers into business endeavors and still capitalizing on their influence. His use of rappers as pawns is enough to make you speculate his intentions, but the real red flag begins to dissolve whenever we look.
Please don't fuck with you. So what is it in your benefit to do? Befriend this. Befriend the hottest, like throw the best parties. Who knows how much money? He probably lost millions off of this party.
With the Diddy Party activities coming to light, it's no surprise that people are beginning to question what goes on at the Michael Rubin estate. With culture floating around Puff Circle just 20 years ago, the same strange occurrences seem to be unfolding around a 51-year-old billionaire, especially given his relationships with the top of hip-hop. And now we're left to wonder why what lies ahead seems both familiar and uncertain.
Yo, what the f? That says Rubin on his underwear, yo. I just noticed that. Ooh. Yo, Michael Rubin got the hose. Is that real?
Yo, that's crazy.
Yo, is that real?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. God damn, bro. Yeah, Michael Rubin got a chokehold on this shit like I ain't seen somebody have a chokehold on this shit in a long time.
Yeah, if you can't see past or right through all that's what's going on, man, you lost. You are completely lost. Everybody knows or should know what these parties really are, man. You know, it's like Diddy. They done passed the torch from Diddy to him. Cause like, where is the footage? Is there a lot of footage? Where is all the footage? Like, why aren't these like viral party videos? It's like because they don't want a lot of the conversations leaked and stuff like that. What be going on? Let's look at some of the comments here. In the next 2 to 5 years, we will see a surviving Michael Rubin documentary. Someone said, if I had enough money, I wouldn't want to be around nobody but my family. Man, they're talking about the thumbnail. My stomach growling. Yeah, this guy's eyes look soulless and full of darkness. Comment below, man. What y'all think about this dude? Is he taking over? We'll see. Peace out.